Well, the dark man has come to scare you, my girl. Can't say whether he comes from this world, so you tell yourself that he's just a smoke swirl that only works for a while. For he's made of things too deep and too wild, and you can't turn him back with the mind of a child. You're sure his intentions are ugly and vile, though you don't know just what they are.
Hello, everybody. This is Tanya, the GM with Diced Thespians, and tonight we are going to be doing our Fae campaign, Steel, Storm, and Tempest, episode 4. A lot of our members, because of various holiday traveling and family issues, were not able to be here. So tonight we will get to be living in the land of fairies. Now, to catch you all up where our game ended last time, we had Alex become a paladin for the Fae. They rescued him and his group. Uh, Rescued a human, had been taken as a prisoner by the demons, and brought him back so that they could figure out what on earth they were doing with these human beings. Joey, for those of you who remember Joey, if you don't remember Joey because you weren't here before, you're going to find out. Joey helped them get back with a little pinch of fairy dust, and they are working with the Seelie and the Unseelie court together because this threatens the whole world. All right, Chris.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Okay, so you're sitting right there.
Here I am.
You're sitting right there and you're in your little booth and stuff. What's to the left of you?
um, my lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge.
Nice. What's to the right of you?
Uh, More dice.
Okay. All right, and you're sitting there and we're talking. We're actually streaming a game right here just like this. And everything kind of feels all of a sudden just, you know that feeling when you're sitting still, but it feels like the room is turning because you're feeling dizzy?
Yes,
It
I know
feels
it
like
well.
that's that disorienting feeling like everything's moving around you, but you're not moving. You're just sitting there in your chair. And all of a
Uh,
sudden, you're not in your chair. You're in darkness. You haven't moved, but everything has gone black around you. You can no longer feel the chair. You grab for something. Okay, we're pausing for technical difficulties.
oh no.
All right,
Oh
Shauna, go
yeah,
away.
I'm in a void, right?
You're in black. I want you to roll me a dice, a six-sided dice, and say, or no, actually, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice. Screw that.
Okay.
It's one of my new skull dice. I'm going to have to
Oh,
show these off to the audience. These were a gift from Heather Stern, Michelle, and a whole gaming group. They are amazing. All right, high or low?
low.
All right. That would have been that you had grabbed the thing that was actually useful, if you had did that. But I rolled a 4, so it was high. So you grabbed your bag of dice just reflexively as you went away, and you can't feel the chair, can't see anything. You literally can't. You don't feel like any air is moving around you or anything, but you do have your bag of dice in your hand, and that's all. And you're sitting there, and it's creepy. It's like one of those terrible um, those things you put you in that take away all of your senses. There's no
Oh,
sight, there's no hearing, there's no sound, there's no smell. You're breathing and you're alive, but you don't feel air going in. It's weird. And you sit that way for just a moment and you start to be your inner you can't feel anything. There's no wind, there's no feeling, but your inner ear tells you you're moving a little bit. It's really uncomfortable and disorienting. as you're just sitting there in the black. And then all of a sudden, you're moving faster. And all of a sudden, you can feel wind kind of moving past you, and you can feel heat behind you because that's the direction that you seem to be moving. What do you do?
Um, I reflexively try and cover my face.
Okay. Do you turn to look behind you at all?
I I will
No, you just cover it. You're like,
I I
no.
I will if I am able to turn to
Mm-hmm.
look behind, I will. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Only if you turn your body.
I will attempt to turn my body. I'm not sure if I'm going to be physically able to though.
Okay. You can,
Try.
it's like you're still sitting in the chair. The chair's not there. You can't feel the chair, but your butt is still sitting in a chair, which means if you turn like you would from a chair, you can do that. And behind you, coming at you really fast, is a portal. This red, flaming hot light, and you start to feel heat and smell sulfur, and then all of a sudden you are spat out onto the ground. Roll me a dexterity save.
Absolutely. And I am going to use my new die.
Ooh.
This from my lovely girlfriend, Liz. It actually has excerpts from Lord of the Rings in it.
I am very, very jealous. I've gotten a lot of new dice this year. Thank you, Heather. Um, and it is all wonderful, but it is not Lord of the Rings dice.
Okay,
Damn it.
so oh, well, that's a 16 on the die. So 19, 20, 21.
All right.
I think that's Ranger. I think Ranger gets dexterity.
Mm-hmm. It does indeed.
Okay.
And you are spat out in your strange twisted with your eyes covered, and you end up not falling prone onto the ground that is on the other side of this portal that you've been sucked through. Instead, you manage to do kind of a little bit of a superhero landing with one hand down and with that good dexterity, and you look up and you look around, and you are in a land of lava rock, and in the distance fire, and the sound is really loud, like rushing, like everywhere around you is filled with flame in the distance, and that sound that is just so overwhelming. And around
Okay.
you, you're in the center of a circle. And surrounding you on all sides, about 20 feet back on either side, all sides, is a circle of hideous creatures. They are all different. There's ones that look like a pile, just a oozing pile of meat that just keeps changing into slightly humanoid forms as it like reaches out for you, but it doesn't move closer. But you can tell it wants to. There's one that looks like a giant, shadowy winged bird. There's one that looks like a minotaur, only with flaming red hooves and flaming red eyes. And you'll notice that they circle around, they get small, they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and as you finally get to the head of that circle, you see this gigantic, monstrous thing. It looks like if bloat and decay had a form, this would be it. And it is 50 feet tall. As you look up and up and up, and it's got oozing pustules and hair that just comes in patches, strange places. And its eyes, one is milky and watering green stuff down the side, and the other is black, and it looks at you very piercingly. And it says, in this loud, booming, squishy voice, Serve me.
Not likely. I'm looking around for a way out.
Okay. The whatever these things are in the circle around you, when you say that, they start chittering and growling and hissing and all of these really not very pretty sounds. And the tall figure says, "You will serve me." And he begins to reach down and down
I pull out a
and
die
down.
and I try and aim for that eye
Okay, roll to hit.
because, and I want to show you,
Okay.
they're metal.
Ah, metal dice. Nice. Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. That is a 14. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the
Okay.
proficiency for a die is, but I assume dexterity.
Okay. Well, it is you are throwing it, so yes,
So
that would be dexterity.
17 plus 2 is 19 if I'm getting my proficiency,
Okay.
but
So
otherwise 17.
it's a good throw. It's a great throw. You know it would have hurt him if you could have thrown it that far. And that face that is towering up and leaning down at you. The dice comes up and it hits it right there and lodges for just a moment into that muck and the mucus before it loosens because that nostril is really large, and it falls and it falls. It takes a long time to fall because the mucus holds on to it for a minute as it comes down, and it falls right at your feet. Plop. And he says,
Reach for another.
"You have no choice." And then you feel behind you cold. Everything else has been hot. You're actually sweating. And it's like in the sound of the fire in the distance, and you feel something cold behind you. And a voice that's like a whisper instead of a growl, and it says, "There's always choice."
I turn to look.
And there's another little portal. But this one isn't red, this one is blue.
I dive through that.
Okay.
I just launch myself.
You launch yourself through?
Sink down, launch.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check because instantly all of the demons leap at you.
And I will be using my metal dragon dice, also from
Nice.
Liz.
Nice.
Thank you, sweetheart. Here we go.
We need a Liz cameo.
That is a 12 plus so 15.
All right. So you do 15. You dive for it. You just dive. You get through. The front of your body goes through, and you can feel blessed cold, almost kind of too cold and comfortable. But then you feel a searing pain in your ankle as one of the demons, yes, that's what they are, manages to grab your foot and start to pull you back. But on the other side, what looks like a hand comes down and grabs your arm and pulls you forward. Ooh, you take 6 points of damage.
If I knew how many hit points I had, I would do that.
You would. Well, you are first level.
Oh,
so it'll be your
that's
max.
bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. Okay.
And your leg is bleeding pretty hard right now.
So, okay. So I'm at 9
Okay.
because my constitution is outrageous.
It's outrageous. All right. You get pulled through, and on the other side of the portal isn't what you expected. With the whisper and the light and the cold. Seems like it would be the direct opposite of the hot and the dark and the angry, that you just were pulled from. And it's like the hand is pulling you, but on the other side, as you get through, you see that there's the portal and the portal, and in between, you actually fall. You don't make it all the way through the second portal. It's like there's something intersecting between these two places. And
Reflexively, I start to swim. I try to.
as you go flop right onto the grass.
Okay, but I'm not safe. So I try and look around.
Okay, and you look around. Shauna. You're in the practice area. You guys got back from your first mission. Your first mission. You completed it successfully. You were very injured. That hurt a lot. You're feeling a lot better now. They had somebody came and did something and kind of like healed you. But you're in the great big cavern that's for practicing.
Okay, where I'm practicing with my bow.
Yeah.
And I'm practicing flying with my wings and with my bow.
And with your bow.
I'm so bad at this, but I'm having so much fun. I'm like, I'm in danger right now.
And you go to pull back the arrow, and right between you and the target, the sky opens up, and you see two portals. You know what this is. There's a light portal and a dark portal, and you see a person get pulled from one to the other, and on one side a demonic hand is holding on the other side what looks like maybe an angelic hand is holding on to him.
Oh, it's those creepy.
And you recognize him. You know this person. As they pull him in between the portals, and the weight of gravity as he gets to the earthly plane pulls him out of both hands, and he falls onto the ground in front of you.
Chris?
Shauna?
Hi, what's up?
I have no idea.
Hold on. Are the portals closing? Did they close?
Yes, they closed pretty quickly as he fell.
Okay, I'm probably gonna accidentally release an arrow, but I'm not hitting you with it. I think. Should I roll? Because
yes, you should indeed.
He will. I'll still like jump back.
Get out of the way. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, I'm pretty sure I missed.
Okay, good.
I rolled a 10.
Yes, you did indeed. Well, because it was unintentional. If you'd have rolled a 1, you would have hit him. That's kind of the one thing. All right.
Just, the shock of everything, and I was training, and then it was like, ah!
So Chris has a bag of dice inexplicably in his hand.
I have my dog.
And he's dressed exactly as he is here. However, Shauna looks a little different to you, Chris. Let me tell you what you're seeing. As you're sitting on this little grassy surface, you look around. You're in a cavern. This is not outside. This is underground somehow. But there's light from glowing, floating spheres around. There's grass. This part of it is an archery range. Over there, it's a big cavern. Over there, you can see what looks like a warrior practicing, and there's some sword play happening over there. And over here, there's a bubble. And inside that bubble, you can see little flashes like fire and ice. Like maybe magic is happening back there. And the people practicing around you are not people like you've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Some of them look like goblins. One of them looks like he's part goat. One of them looks like he's this big with red sharp teeth, and he's plunking things with this very small, very sharp little bow. One of them looks like a tree with legs. One of them looks like a mermaid. One of them looks like a fairy. And that one would be Shauna, who has now beautiful iridescent fairy wings.
Okay.
You're not crazy.
No,
I'm gonna land first.
Dreaming.
No,
I'm
you're not
obviously
dreaming.
This is a dream. This makes sense.
I
This
can
is something I would do.
Dude, I can guarantee to
course.
you this is not a dream. I had the same thought and then I got skewered by a massive arrow thing and it hurt like hell. And that doesn't
Yeah.
happen in dreams. This is real for better or worse.
No, demons in dreams grabbing onto my ankle. That makes sense
Oh,
to me.
they weren't demons though.
They what?
Were they fighting over you? What was going on there? Tell me about that. What was the portals? There were two. They were like pulling you in half almost. It looked pretty intense.
Screw it, it's a dream. Why not? Okay. Well, I was in this ring. There was lava all around and all of these awful, horrible creatures that seemed like demons to me. There was a really big one.
Okay.
And it was like oozing and had one black dead eye, and it told me that I was going to serve him. And I said, not likely. And I threw one of my metal D4s at it. But I
Did
guess
you get it back?
No, I don't want it
Damn
back.
it. Oh,
It's
did it like
covered in
goop and grossness?
yeah.
Yeah.
So then I heard after he said that I had no choice, I felt cold behind me, which is different because everything's lava in this place. And a voice say there's always a choice. So I just sunk down to the ground and kicked back for the portal behind me. And I got away most of the way. But one of the demons got their hand on my ankle and it hurts. It still hurts.
I'll look at your ankle. What do I see?
Okay, it's definitely got claw marks through it, like something grabbed it and it was
Ow.
pulled out of his hand. It's bleeding pretty good.
Ow.
It definitely
Okay.
hurts. It
Okay.
definitely hurts.
We'll get that. They have some really good shit to help with that. Here, let me show you this is my scar. I'm gonna pull up my shirt to show him the scar where I got skewered. It's like this big.
It was like a ballista.
This was just a week ago. And it's like it hurt so bad. This thing was like
What happened?
Who is this?
Whoa,
It's
hey,
okay, it's okay.
hey.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey,
You
put
turn
your
around
fists away.
and the Minotaur is there. And
It's okay,
at this
Frank.
point, everybody has stopped and is watching you.
It's okay. This
You
is
hear it,
he's I know him. It's all right. I know him. Put your fists down. Also, don't tell anyone your real name. So if you have a fake name that you can go by that. I'm just saying names have power. My name is Tempest, by the way. Do not call me Shona or it will smack you.
Tempest? Tempest, yes.
Yeah, there's a story behind it, but I'll tell you some other time
Tempest.
because
Okay.
yeah, that's me. My name is Tempest.
Okay.
That's my real
So,
name.
how did he get in here?
Well,
Says
you
the
see,
very tall Minotaur.
It's
Not like the other Minotaurs. There's no flame going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
No
all right.
flame. Good.
There was he was just telling me a bit about what was happening and how we got here, but there was you know how when we first met you guys, I had seen the white realm with the creepy angel like thingies and Rob had seen the demon thingies and you guys were like, we're fighting against
Who
them
is
all.
Rob?
No, not
Yeah,
Rob.
I don't
sorry.
know who's Rob.
Steele. Steele.
Steel.
Rob's a nickname I call him sometimes. I just think it's funny. Like
Right.
Fred or Frank or George or Rob. Like, yeah.
Right.
So
Well, my name is Mal Havoc.
I'm calling you Mal. This is Mal Havoc, also known as Mal.
He doesn't actually take your hand. He looks at it like, what are you doing?
It's my custom.
I see. Looks like you're another Fey touched. We'll have to take you to the prince.
Dude, this is so cool. I'm gonna come with you. Like as you're being let out by this Minotaur, I'm like toddling behind you.
Yeah, the Minotaur
rattling
gestures.
away.
It's a very, very real dream.
Yeah, he actually reaches over
gonna
and
pinch
puts his
you.
hand on your shoulder and kind of guides you towards, there's a doorway
Mhm.
out of the room, out of this massive cavern. And everybody's they've stopped what they're doing and they're just all of these very strange looking creatures are watching you.
It's okay,
As you go
guys.
out.
It's okay. He's a friend of mine. That's so weird how everyone from my D&D group are Fey touched. How amazing is that? Did you?
Wait, everyone is here?
Yeah, I've seen I've seen well, they're not here right now because we're taking turns kind of doing things, being trained. Everybody still has lives and stuff, so do I, and things like that. But yeah, it's like the only one I haven't seen here yet is, what should I call her? I did my Orkilia. I haven't seen Orkilia yet. She's the only one. But
Oh, yes, because
what's going on that we're gonna see her at some point, and that's gonna be so cool. I'm sorry. This whole stuff, all this stuff, I don't know about you, but when I found out all this was real, I just geeked out because I was always like, I knew it.
As Tempest is chattering in excitement, you guys get led out of this large cavern and into this underground tunnel that is dirt-sided. And at one point you pass, as you're going through down this dirt tunnel, and the other tunnels branch off, and you pass things in the tunnel like a tall metal edge that's tall. It's like a column. It's probably this wide. And as you look at it, you realize that it has kind of indentations. It looks kind of like a giant, I don't know, roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. That's a 10.
It looks really strange, and it goes back into the dirt like you don't know if it's load bearing or something. Then there's another thing that's like a tall pillar, really wide, that's got lines through it, like it almost like giant corrugated metal as you're going through, holding up this dirt tunnel. And you keep going, and you go, and he takes you down, and it's a maze. It would take quite a bit for you to find your way out again. And after a little time, while you're all chattering, or she's chattering, it changes from dirt to worked stone, and the stonework is beautiful. You've never seen anything like this. It's marble, and it's like the pictures in it of magical creatures and things. They look like they could breathe. They look so real. Worked into the stone, and there's Celtic knots, and there's just it's really quite pretty.
Should Tempest?
Yes.
Right. This really seems like something I would dream.
Right? That's what I was saying too. So you have really vivid dreams too, just like I do?
All my life.
Me too, dude. Okay. I knew we were meant to be friends. I knew it.
Right?
It's part of being Fey touched, says this giant voice behind you.
That's cool. So
Right. So maybe you could give me a little primer on what is actually going on.
Okay, so basically I'm gonna like whisper in.
Okay, as you're walking, I'm gonna let you two talk. It's gonna take a little while to get through this warren of tunnels to get to the throne room.
Okay, so basically as we're like toddling around, because I'm probably bouncing around you because I'm excited, but I'm also like, it's nice to have more. I'm telling this to you. It's nice to have another person here because I am not really very good at fighting, I have discovered, and we might be fighting against things. So basically, those demon-like monsters that you saw?
Yeah. Yep, hard to forget them.
Yeah, they're from another plane of existence, right? And what they want is they want to break the walls down so they can get into this plane. And basically people will be, and well, pretty much anything on this plane will be food for them. We'll feed them. And then the things that grabbed you, the white-handed weirdness, right, is they're from another plane that are trying to do the same thing, but they're feeding off of different things, right? So one is like horror and sadness and terror and death and bleh, and the other one's like, we feed off of your positive emotions, but they both want to use this as like cattle. So the Fae on Earth, in our realm, are trying to stop that from happening there. And because they are not as physical as we are, like we are physical beings on this planet,
right?
They are a little more limited, and so they've asked us to provide help for them. Basically, we're acting as their knights, or I guess their front line kind of thing. We've been doing their scouting, and that's what we did last time. And then I got shot because I'm a dumbass and I don't know how to be quiet.
You're sure this is not a dream? Because
Positive.
this really just
Feels like one. Yeah, I understand completely.
like
But the
I've
pain
almost
I
had
felt-
this exact dream, except you weren't there. This
Really?
is okay. Yeah, actually, this is really strange.
I had similar dreams, but not exactly like this. But yeah. Based on the pain I felt last week when I was nearly killed, I'm positive this is real.
Yeah, my ankle is starting to remind me.
Yeah.
What did you fight?
They looked like they were on fire, minotaurs that were on fire, and they shot this. They had this huge freaking arrow and this bow, and it was like the arrow was like this thick around, and it was like a
Right.
javelin more than anything, and they shot it at me. And this guy, these things, like I was trying to distract them so that Sirena.
So that what's that? I can't hear you.
Sorry. So I'm gonna get him real close. That was Karen. Karen was is Sirena.
Serena.
Yes, and I can't remember what Alex's name was. But don't call them that if you see them around, you know. But yeah, so we were
Right.
off on. We were trying to just do some recon, and I was scouting ahead because I could fly, as you can see. I'm still figuring. I'm getting better with it. I'm a lot more smooth now with my flying. But yeah, I ran into a wall and made a bunch of noise, and they saw me.
Okay.
But I kept them from paying attention to the others, so we got the information we needed. So that was good, but it hurt. It was a very painful sacrifice.
Okay. Well, I do know how to fight.
That's good, because we're gonna need you. We're gonna need you.
We're
Also-
here.
Oh, real quick,
Great.
before we walk in. So, do not tell them your name again, and also address
Don't tell them
them.
I'm Malhavoc.
No, tell them that, but don't tell them
Okay,
the other.
okay.
Yeah. But address them respectfully. But they seem pretty understanding to human weirdness. I mean, they put up with me and my shit. So, but just address them nicely and yeah.
Right. Who are they exactly?
You'll see in a minute. I can't spoil the surprise, man.
Okay. Let's do this.
I'm excited to see how you're gonna react, because I don't know if you'll feel the same way I felt. So let's just go in. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Come to this large stone doorway, and the door is open. It's nicely worked and stuff. You get the feeling, looking at it, that it's probably really heavy, but moves just as easily as it wants to.
Okay.
And you walk into this room. The entire room is stone, and it's beautiful. It's pillared columns around the walls, several different doorways leading off of it, 4 altogether, counting this one. And in the center, kind of back opposite of you, is a dais. And around the edges, you're actually going to be stepping down some steps that look like, almost like the seating of an amphitheater.
Okay.
And in the center is a dais with 2 beautiful thrones on it, only one of which is occupied at the moment. And there are several different people, I say loosely, around, beings of different shapes and sizes. And on the dais, there are 3 or 4 clustered around a woman.
Ooh, I didn't get to meet her before. I'm really excited for that.
Who is sitting on one of the 2 thrones. And the people clustered around her, one looks like a shrunken old hag with a hunch. Another one looks like a horse with
Is that a
seaweed coming off of its mane.
It's a kelpie.
But it's talking like it's intelligent. And the woman is talking to it And then she turns and she looks at you as the Minotaur steps forward and says, "My lady, we have another one." And she says,
Come on, Stu.
I walk with measured steps, and I try to put that stick up my ass.
"Cool,
You know that
that, see,
I was
I'm,
in marching band for years.
okay." So it's the marching band thing. She is probably the most beautiful woman you have ever seen in your entire life, but her skin is jet black. Her hair is jet black. Her eyes are blue. And she has a regal bearing
Gorgeous.
to her. And she says something to the Minotaur that's leading you in a questioning voice, but it's in a language, well, maybe it's in a language you don't know. What languages do you speak?
Uh, I
English?
speak English, and I know how to get myself in trouble in Japanese and Spanish
All right.
and Portuguese.
Okay, then she speaks in a language that you don't understand. To then he responds in the same language. It's a very lyrical, strange sounding language.
Do I understand it?
You might understand a word or two, but you don't speak Gaelic either.
Ah,
Oh, I can do. Okay, but I can recognize that it's Gaelic at least.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
probably recognize
Recognize
that
that
it
it's
was Gaelic.
Gaelic.
Yeah, I mean my cat has a Gaelic name.
Hmm.
Awesome.
There you go. And the Minotaur, he's gesturing, and you see him gesture like this portal here, and then showing you it's being pulled through and stuff like that. He's clearly telling her the story of how you came into their practice realm. And now eventually she nods. And then she turns to you and she speaks in English. Approach.
And I do. Probably a little bit slower and more measured than before.
Can I approach too? Is that okay?
She hears that. Those elven ears probably have pretty good hearing. Oh, yeah, she does have elven ears, nicely pointed. Um, her dress, this beautiful satin dress, is shimmering. It looks like she's wearing a cloak, but on second thought, maybe those are wings folded down behind. You're not really sure.
Okay, I was told to be respectful. So whenever I get to within, I don't know, 3 feet, I will drop down to one knee,
Nice.
and I will put my head down and then kind of like look up a little bit like, is this right?
Hmm. And she looks up at you, Shauna, and says, to where you can hear her, "And this is one of my husbands?"
Yes, but I really wanted to meet you too.
Approach.
Thank you. I'm gonna approach, not as measured or elegant.
Her face is beautiful, but there's a darkness to it, whereas the prince, when you met him, was light
Yeah,
and blonde and just open.
yeah,
She's like secrets in the nighttime.
beautiful.
And she looks at you both. "Have they explained what we're doing here?" She says to you, Chris.
A bit, but not in any depth.
I didn't have a lot of time. I tried though.
"Well, our world is at risk. Those of the plane of the demonic desire to eat us as food, our negative emotions. The places where they can get through the thinning veil, they create havoc, they create despair and rage and anger and war, so that they may feast. The realm of the angelic, in the places where our world is thin, they desire to eat us as food. So our love, our joy, our laughter, they promote so that they may feast. We are the spirits of the earth. This is our realm, not theirs. And we desire to be nobody's food. And so we find ourselves at war with both. Would you serve us in this fight to preserve the freedom of this world?
Damn straight. I mean,
Would you?
yes, my lady.
She smiles just a little bit. Would you serve me and the Unseelie court in this process?
I would, Queen Map.
Oh, you are very wise. You
I
serve
have
my
been done.
husband already, and the side of the Seelie. But in this fight, there are no sides.
Yes. Well, and it's even if there was sides, we need light and we need dark. We have to have both of you, and they need to be equal. We can't have only one.
You are
So,
also wise. All right, my knight. What is your name?
My name is Malhavoc.
Now that is a wonderful Unseelie name. Rise and come to me.
I slowly stand up and I walk right over to her.
And she stands, and she's actually just a little bit taller than you. And Shauna, unlike the sword that the prince knighted you with, she leans forward and kisses your forehead. And it burns like, but not hot. It's like stars, like pierced your forehead for just a moment. It's got this like sparkly, like where her lips touch for that brief second. And then you feel yourself changing.
this is my favorite part.
And Shauna, what you see is that Chris grows two little horns out the front of his head.
Oh,
And Chris, your back itches. His wings pop forth, but they're not like your wings. These are the wings of a bat.
oh, that's so cool. Sorry.
And your hands, your nails, they're growing. It feels so strange. They're growing. They're coming out. And you have claws. And your skin is darkened now. It's not black, not like hers, but it is gray, slate, beautiful, twilight gray, like the stars that burst in your forehead when she kissed it. Welcome, Fey Blood.
Close as I can get.
Mm-hmm. And she says,
Thank you.
take them to burn. I believe that the world gives us gifts when we need them, which means he probably has need. And the Minotaur says, yes, my lady. And he gestures to both of you.
Your Majesty,
And she turns and looks.
I'm sorry. I don't need a gift or anything, but can I have a kiss too?
She
I
looks
don't
at
need
you
a gift
strangely.
or anything. I just would be honored.
Most people only serve light or dark. Are you sure you are strong enough to serve both?
Yeah,
Very well.
I might regret that, but I don't think I will because I've been trying to make. There's like this.
And
The
she
world
comes
has to
over
have
to you,
balance.
and she's very tall. And she leans forward and she kisses your forehead. She actually has to lean down a little bit because she's much taller than you.
And I'm super short.
And it once
Concentrate,
again,
Tempest.
there's
Concentrate.
that feeling of just like stars and twilight and darkness bursting in on your forehead. It's like tingly and sparkly and dark all at the same time, and you feel strange. And Chris, what you see, because Shauna already has these pretty butterfly wings, right? And now you know it through her hair. She has kind of elvish looking ears. But all of a sudden, Shauna, your teeth begin to grow.
I,
It feels very awkward, but you have now very vampiric looking fangs, and your eyes have turned jet black.
Sweet.
And so have your wings. They're still the beautiful iridescent butterfly wings, but now they're blue and black instead of the beautiful bright colors that they were before.
Awesome. We'll see if I can do this, but I'll try my best. I'll do everything I can.
And she says, "Serve me well." Only she says it much more grand than I did. "Serve me well." And she sits back down and turns away from you, and you know that you are dismissed. And she begins speaking to one of the two beside her. And the Minotaur gestures to you, and he begins to head around the dais to the doorway on the opposite side.
Let's go
Follow.
get let's get your ankle taken your ankle taken care of so that you're okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a lot. In fact, as you're walking on it, you're realizing, okay, I can do this. I can still walk. It hurts, but it feels sick.
Mm, I
Oh,
don't think I have anything. Let me see.
tell me it's not poisoned. Tell me it's not poisoned.
And he leads
It
you,
probably is.
the
Those things
Minotaur
are
leads you
disgusting.
back through this other doorway, and you open it. And you've been in this room before, Shauna.
Mhm, mhm.
It's a room with maps on the walls and maps on a table. And standing on the other side of the room, on the other side of this big table in the center, is a massive bear man. It's like a bear. He looks like a bear, but he stands like a man.
Really nice. Don't be scared,
And
okay?
he's looking at a map with furrowed face, or as much as you can tell from a bear. And the Minotaur, as soon as you guys enter the room, closes the door behind you, and you are
Thank you, Frank.
alone with the bear.
What was his name?
I don't know. I've just been calling him Frank, but he's not corrected me, so it seems to be okay. And he started to respond to it too.
Frank it is, I guess. Okay. What do we do here? Do you know his
Oh,
name?
yes.
Her name? I can't. It's a bear. I can't tell.
Can I roll an intelligence to see if I remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a they? What do I?
Hold on 1 second. Let me rack my brain because 19 on the intelligence.
Okay, you remember that he is called Burn.
Burn.
Burn
This
the
is
bear.
Burn. Burn the bear. He's very nice. He's a lot more gentle than you'd expect from somebody so tall.
"No, I'm not," he says in a very guttural, bearish type voice.
Well, I don't mean you're like soft. I'm just saying
Well
you're
met, Burn.
you're not mean.
He says, "My fur is very soft, but I am not." And he glares at you.
His fur is very soft. He let me pet him once.
Then he steps back and says, "Are you two ready for work?"
His ankle is hurt and it might be poisoned. He got scratched by those gross demon things, right?
I barely escaped.
Yeah, he's
Here, have
real
this.
lucky.
And he pulls it. You really don't know where he pulled it from. Maybe from his fur or from under the table. You're not really sure. But he pulls out this little vial of like a blue liquid and he hands it to you.
It
Says,
tastes gross, but it
"Drink.
works really well.
Drink it."
I shoot it like a shot.
And it does taste really gross. But almost instantly, now you've been playing D&D a long time. You know what healing potions do and things like that. But experiencing it yourself is a different thing. You take it, it tastes, you can feel it, but it's almost like heat, warmth, this like spreading as it goes down your throat and into your stomach. And then it goes into your blood vessels and your veins, and you can feel it going through every part of your body. Just this warmth, not hot like burning, but like warm, like, and when it gets to the ankle, it stings a little bit, but that warm begins to congregate and it leaves the rest of your body. And then it fades.
It feels really weird, huh?
And there's no more pain.
Oh, that is good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bern.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
All right, you ready?
I think I don't know. What are we doing?
Do we have any weapons or anything that we could get for him? I don't want him to
What
I
deal
don't
can
with
you?
think
what.
these are going to help.
Well, they might. Let me see.
Here's the dice.
He takes the dice and he looks at them and he shakes them around a little bit. And he goes, "This'll do." He hands them back to you. And they feel a little heavier than before, just a little. And you look at it and he says, "Careful where you throw those."
Oh. Only at the enemy.
That would be wise, yes. All right.
We also get him like a sword or a bow and arrow or something as well.
When it's time. First, I'm
Okay,
going to
sorry,
tell you
sorry.
about what needs done. So, you're finally healed up from this last one.
Yes.
Bad scene, that. Bad scene. We got a lot of good information about that place and the portals that they were using to control the humans there.
I'm glad about that.
We've gotten more, what's the English word? Information.
Yeah, yeah.
Intel.
About
Intel. Yeah.
about another portal,
Oh no.
another
Okay.
warehouse.
Okay.
I need you to go there. No fighting, if you can help it. You're supposed to be getting intelligence. You're supposed to be finding information.
It was an accident last time too.
We're going on recon.
Yes, we're going on
Understood.
recon.
Exactly. Joey?
Joey!
And
Joey?
the
It's
door
been a while. I love Joey.
the door opens this much. You don't see anything. The door just opens, but you hear something like and it's like, "Oh, I'll be sure. I'll be helping you out now. You need the pixie dust now? You need it later." Byrne says, "Shut up. They need weapons first, and then they need to go to," and he says a name. And how well do any of you guys know San Francisco?
Pretty well.
Not so well. I've been there once.
All right. He says, "Over on Pine." This place. And he rattles off an address.
Okay.
And then Joey, this voice, this disembodied voice that you can't see right now, says, "All right, follow me."
Hey Joey, will you make sure you remember that address? Because I don't have a pen and paper to write it down with right now, just so we can make sure we're in the right place.
You'll know. You'll know because they'll be there.
That's true. That's very true.
You know where you're going.
I know San Francisco fairly well. I can get us to Pine.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's not like it's one of those the small off the beaten track paths. It's more in the yeah. It'll be okay.
It's over. It's kind of not terribly far from the first place that you guys were at.
Yeah.
All right, and all of a sudden this voice, it goes right in front of you, and it says, "But gosh, you're a scary one." But you can't see what's saying that.
Me?
Yeah, you're a scary one. That's a good thing, though. Although where you're going, you won't blend in very well, I have to say. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Wait. And all of a sudden, poof, right in front of you, there's this little guy. He's got wings. He's flying. He's only about this big. He's wearing just plain brown clothing.
Hi
But
there.
he has the red hair, and he has a little red beard. But he's only about this big, flying with brown, simple clothing. And he looks at you, and he says, "Is this another one of yours, Tempest?
yeah.
Oy, I hope you do better than the last group."
I'm sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
was my fault.
I had to be coming and saving you. All by
Did
myself.
he really?
Well, he did help out, but
No,
I
I
don't-
saved you. I did indeed. I saved you. I didn't fight, but I still saved you. That's being smart.
Well, you
Now
did get us
follow
out of there,
me.
which is nice.
And he turns around and he
Okay,
just
let's go.
flips off back through the door.
This is me toddling. Dun, 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 dun.
I stride.
Okay.
I stride after him.
Okay. And it feels strange. Your wings as you go through the door, it's like bonk. Oh. And you realize that it takes you have to actually physically think about it right now, but you can make them do things. It's not natural yet.
Yeah, you'll
I
get the
will
hang of it.
I
It's
will
all right.
actually stop for a second and I'll be like,
Since yours are a lot more, your wings have a lot more joints than mine. It might be a little more challenging, but I did find it easy to, or it started to become a lot easier to use if you just picture like what you imagine it would be to move them. Just picture them moving, and you'll start to feel like the twitch as they start to. It's hard, but at first, but it becomes easier.
I'll close my eyes and I'll try and envision the wings folding down.
Okay. And sure enough, you feel something happening. Shauna, you see that his wings do indeed fold down.
Awesome. Did you just imagine like folding them down a little?
Yeah, I did.
They did it. They did it. They did it. Awesome.
Okay.
I am a little jealous of your bat wings because they're like dragon wings, which my obsession with dragons. But I mean, I'm not knocking my wings at all. I didn't pick them. They are mine. It's like my nose. They're mine. But
You know what?
Well, it's because the magic picks you guys. As said, it
yeah,
sends you here. It gives you your form. It's not us. It's
yeah,
you. So
yeah.
if you don't like it, it's your own fault.
I'm not complaining. I'm really not complaining. I mean, I'm
I'm
like a
And he
human-sized
leads you.
fairy.
Yeah,
That's
and he
cool.
leads you out through. He says human size. He leads you out through the doorway and up back through the throne room to another different door, a side door, and down a hallway that you know, Shauna, leads you to an armory.
Sweet. Okay, let's go get you some armor and stuff so you can do better, hopefully, than I did last time.
what kind of things do they have? Oh my.
Everything, pretty much, I
And
think.
and I look hungry.
Nice.
Like, oh, so many cool
He's
things.
excited.
Okay,
That's
so
so good.
you go through the twisty turny mazes of dirt tunnel and stuff, and every now and again it'll get worked a little bit better. In one place the tunnel gets kind of mossy and overgrown with like maybe it's going into near to the ocean or something. Another part the tunnels get more rocky and than dirt, but still not worked stone. But eventually you get to a place that opens up into a wooden room. It's clear that these dirt walls have been lined with wood, and along the walls is every kind of weapon you could ever imagine. And they're beautiful. And the person standing in there, he looks like a dwarf from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Swear to God. He's got the beard, he's got the hat, he's got the green and the red, but he turns and looks at you, and you're sure that if this was the dwarf from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, this would be Grumpy. He looks at you and says, "Why you bothering me?"
I need weapons and armor.
"Well, no kidding, or you wouldn't be here. All right,
You
let's do
asked.
this thing." And he turns and he looks at you like this. And he looks at the wall and he looks at you like this. He says, "God help me, they send me these weaklings." And he goes over there and he picks up this bow. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful bow. It's black. It's probably 5 foot long.
Hmm.
And it's shaped like a swan, like a black swan. And he hands it to you. "Try that on." And it feels like it just has always belonged in your hands. And you go to pull the string back, and as soon as you get it fully knocked, an arrow appears.
Oh shit.
That's awesome.
And as soon as you let go of the string, if you do, the arrow disappears.
I won't dry fire it. Well, I guess I can't dry fire it because there's
No.
an arrow.
Uh-huh.
But I won't fire it inside with all the other weapons and things.
You see this over here, and he points over at it's kind of like at the corner of the edge of the ceiling. Right across from you, actually, the same direction that anybody who had walked in that door would be facing. There is a smattering of what looks like arrow holes sitting in the wood. You think you're probably not the first person who might accidentally fire the bow, or a bow, or a knife, or a throwing star, or a lot of different things. There's even a stone like this big. What would put that in there? You have no idea. So he says, all right, you like this one?
I love this one.
All right. He reaches out and he taps the head of the swan, and all of a sudden the bow just goes, and it looks like a wallet.
Nice.
Yes. It's like, all right,
Okay.
try it again. Try it again. No.
The-
No. Oh my God, they're so stupid. He reaches out. Humans.
Hey,
And he reaches out and the top corner where the wallet would open up, he just taps it and all of a sudden it's a bow again.
we're not stupid. We just don't have as much experience with magical things.
You
as
shut up.
you.
Remember what you
I'll-
did when you got your weapons?
I'll touch the swan head and I'll look at the wallet.
And you see that carved, in the leather of the top corner of the wallet, there is the small image of a swan.
And I'll touch the head of the image.
Okay? And it's a bow again.
Ah, okay.
You have a wallet. And you realize that you can actually probably open it up and put stuff in it.
Nice.
Maybe. What happens to it when it's a bow, you don't know.
You turn it into a bow, and all of your credit cards and your ID go flying.
Well, great.
Okay, and then he turns
Not
and he
how I
says, all right, and then you're going to take this, and he hands you, it's a sword. It's
What
a beautiful,
kind?
it's a short sword.
Okay.
A beautiful little leaf blade. It wasn't in the Lord of the Rings, but it could have been. It looks very elvish. It doesn't really match the darkness of the bow at all. It's nice and pretty and light and bright. And he says, I know it's not the ambiance, but trust me, it works. And then he touches it, and suddenly it's a cute little lapel pin of a bunny rabbit.
Huh. And I'll touch where I think I should.
And it's a dagger. Well, not a dagger, a short sword.
It's a short sword.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to ask, but do you have a twin for it?
Oh, so you could have two. Good idea.
Can you use two?
I've trained extensively in how to do that.
Well, then all right. And he goes and grabs another one, and it's not exactly the same as that one. It's actually a different dagger. This one actually bears the remarkable curve of like a kris.
Okay.
Okay? He's like, they don't match, but unless you want to try and give that one back, and I'll give you some matched ones, but that one's better.
No, I like these. This is
All right.
fine.
So you have the nice, pretty elven leaf-bladed one, and you have a dark kris for your two daggers. And last but not least, and he reaches over and he pulls out a fedora and he sits it on your head.
Ah.
How come he's being? You're making him all fashionable and cool, and you gave me like this little teeny dagger. That it's nice. I'm not complaining. I like it, but I like. Can I have a cool hat too?
You don't like your armor?
No, I do like my armor. I just like the hat too. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop complaining.
Oh.
And he reaches over at you and he wraps on your shoulder. And instead of hitting bare skin, you can feel like there's something between you and him. And where he touches it, do you look at that when he does that?
Yes, absolutely.
You can see it becomes visible only while he's touching it. when he wraps on you what looks like a really pretty leather armor. But then as soon as the hand
Very
pulls
cool.
away, it's gone. It's invisible.
And that's just from this hat.
Indeed. The fairy
Nice.
realm is a realm of misdirection. Not everything looks like it is. Which
Wonderful.
works well when you're working in the realm of humans.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, now that's enough. Get out of here.
Okay.
He turns
Great.
around and in his little short stumpy legs, he wanders off and ignores you. And goes back to muttering over whatever it was he was tinkering with in the corner.
Okay.
I really shouldn't complain about stuff. I'm just terrible.
You just
And
need
Burn,
to have it all, huh?
I know. Give me everything. Well, I mean, like, I asked her to kiss my forehead. I wasn't expecting to get anything. I just was like, I
well,
wanted.
don't you know that that's how it works? They can't not give you something. If you get
Oh,
the,
I
if
didn't
you
know
get,
that.
if you get the, see now you serve both of them, which
Well,
means
that's
that
fine.
the earth has got you bound. You're no
That's
longer a free person, and you're no longer serving just one or the other.
yeah. It'll be. We'll see. We'll see. I may regret my choice later, but
It's gonna get complicated. I can tell
yeah,
you that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this
Yes,
and
it
this.
is, said Joy. Now follow me.
Let's go, Joey.
Sure.
Let's
All
Sure,
right. Joey
Joey.
takes you just out of the side of the door and says, "Have fun. Call me if you need me." Poof, and he throws like it. You swear to God, it looks like glitter, but it's fairy dust. It's like every cliche ever known to man.
Oh,
Fairy dust in your face, on your thing, and all of a sudden you get that feeling of the wrenching of like the world spinning for just a second. And when you open your eyes,
go.
you are on a street corner in San Francisco.
I am never gonna get used to that.
is it still on me?
Yeah, you just
You
just
can't get rid of it. It's
no,
gonna be there
it's
for
just
months.
yeah, and you'll find it in places you never expected to have fairy dust.
Oh, I know. I used to work at Lush.
Dude, I used to work at Disneyland. Same thing, glitter everywhere.
Everywhere.
Just just expect it. Don't ask questions. Just give up. Let's go.
Well, you are
do
working for
it.
fairies, so there we go.
Yeah.
All right, and so you're on a street corner in San Francisco.
All right.
This is clearly an industrial district. The first time that you went, it was on like a housing district that led into an alley with a few warehouses.
hmm
This is full on industrial.
Okay.
There are no houses here. There's warehouses. In fact, from the sounds that you're hearing, you can hear seagulls, you can hear water, you can hear the sound of cranes and people shouting. You're probably maybe near the docks.
Okay. We're probably near the. Okay. What are the cross streets? I'm just gonna look. Can I
Okay.
tell if we're close-ish to Pine?
Okay. You're actually nowhere near Pine
God damn it, Joey.
and stuff. You hear a little voice that says, "Sorry, they gave me the wrong address. You're in the right place. Just keep going."
Okay. Okay.
You don't see him. You don't know if he's actually with you or if that was just his voice or what's going on.
I'm not really mad at you, Joey, by the way. Don't tell anyone, but you're kind of my favorite.
Well, of course I am. Now get going.
We're going. We're
Sure
going.
thing. Sure thing.
Oh, and watch
Joey.
out for the unicorns. They're not very nice.
Are there unicorns around this area?
There is no response.
I guess we'll find out.
gonna-
Let's go.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Probably.
Okay, wait. I look down at my hands. Am I still like all clawed?
No,
Because
no.
we are out
Well,
on the
actually, I don't know.
street.
Yep, you are out on the street and you look down and no, you look like a normal human and so does she.
My wings are
Okay.
not there right now.
You
see
do
my
have the
wings.
hat and
Great.
the wallet and the little
And-
the really cute little Japanese bunny lapel pin.
And what about the other the Chris knife, the Chris long knife? What did that turn into?
You're not really sure. Maybe the lapel pin as well? You don't know. It's not a separate
Hmm.
thing.
Okay. All right. So we can just walk around and it's fine. Great.
Yeah, there are people on the street around you. Not a lot of people, fortunately. It is broad daylight.
Luckily for us, because we're in San Francisco, if we talk to ourselves or if we start shouting weird things or something, just tell people we're on drugs. It'll be fine. They'll probably assume it, but it's kind of fun to be like, it's okay, we're just on drugs.
So this is kind of like Venice Beach.
Yeah, a little bit, except for in
Okay.
San Francisco.
Right. Sure.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
the temperature is actually a little nippy
Yeah, it is.
here. It
Little
is
cold.
actively a little bit cold.
Yeah.
When you say a little bit cold, about how cold?
It's probably about 45 degrees.
So I am actually a little bit cold.
Yeah, you are. What you realize is that even though you look like you're in your shirt sleeves, you actively are in leather armor. And that gives you some warmth.
Okay, then I'm probably fine. I grew up in the mountains in Pennsylvania, so like cold is nice. I like cold.
Yeah, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, and Shauna, you're cold too, but once again, you're also in leather armor. I can't forget what I forget. What did I give you for your leather armor? What was your?
It didn't turn into anything. It just disappeared.
Yeah, but it's always represented by something.
Well, I don't think on mine it was. Hold on, let me find out because I don't remember.
Wasn't it an ascot?
Ascot.
No. Oh, it was gloves.
Okay, gloves. So Shauna's wearing just her normal clothes, but she's also wearing gloves.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, lead on. I don't know where I'm at.
All right, let's see if I can remember how to get to where we're going. May I roll an intelligence check?
Yes.
Oh, please don't fail me. Oh, that's
And
nice.
both of you roll me a perception check.
All right. For the intelligence, I rolled a 21. And my perception.
Okay, so actually, I don't know any of my skills.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you I got a 19 on the die.
Nice.
And my wisdom is 18, so
there you go.
That's 23 at the very least.
Okay.
Awesome.
How
my
about you?
perception was 18 and my intelligence was 21.
Okay. All right. So for the intelligence check, you know kind of where you're at. You are by the docks. It's not a place that you've been to in San Francisco very often.
Okay.
But you have been there maybe once. You know that Pine Street is vaguely that direction, but Joey did say that they'd given him the wrong address, so maybe Pine Street wasn't the correct place. Maybe this is where you're supposed to be. Maybe not. Perception checks. Down that way, down that street there, past the few warehouses to the one at the end, you're hearing lots of laughter.
Does it sound like human laughter?
Oh, it's human laughter, but it sounds mildly unnatural.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay.
Is it like
you ready?
Joker?
Yeah, or maybe like they're laughing, but their heart's just not into it, but they're still laughing.
Oh.
And it's a lot of it's a number of people laughing.
All right.
We should go check that out, but we should be very quiet.
Good idea. Let's be sneaky about this. I'm going to roll a stealth. Don't fail me now. Or not. You can fail me now.
It's like, damn it.
I rolled a 2 on the dice for an 8.
Okay, so Shauna is not being very quiet. She's kind of stumping along. She's too busy looking at stuff and trying to figure out what this very unnerving kind of laughter is.
I have at the very least a 15.
Okay. For your stealth?
Mm-hmm.
And that's with your dexterity and everything?
That's with my dexterity.
Okay.
Just my dexterity.
This is new. And so you're walking kind of quiet, but you're nowhere near like, stealthy levels. But you're doing okay. You're not making a lot of noise, but you also aren't you're not in the shadows kind of a
You're
thing.
not
I
running into the walls.
I start yelling at myself. I'm like, you're better than this. Because this is all stuff that I learned when I was younger.
But it's been a while, maybe a little while.
I should be
But
better
but
than
I'm
this too.
but I'm like, I'm coming down hard on myself in my head.
Okay.
Right. I'm not coming down hard on myself in my head. I'm coming down hard on myself, and you're hearing every bit of it, which is why I'm not being quiet.
And I'll stop and I'll turn.
What?
So your last mission, you made some noise.
Well, I was flying, you see, and I ran into a bit. Well, it's not my. Well, okay, it was my fault, but I mean, there was this wall there, and I was trying to like be up at the roof part and just be sneaky in the wall thing, and then there was a pole, and then I ran into the
Okay.
wall a little bit,
Okay.
and then they looked, and I tried to hide behind the pole, but I'm not that small, so it didn't work out.
All right. Okay. Listen to me about this because I have trained in how to do this. It's toe heel.
Oh, okay. So like walk on your toes, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Toe heel. You will be much quieter.
I'm gonna start doing that, and you'll hear me be like toe heel
No,
as I
no,
go.
no, no. Don't say it. Don't say it. Shh.
Just for okay, fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
In your head. In
I'm
your
the
head.
worst rogue ever. God,
You're a rogue.
I don't know.
Oh
I'm
no.
assuming so. That's what my mom always told me I was more like.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Baby steps. We're starting. We're all new to this. I'm new to this.
Okay. Chris, when you do your character sheet, give yourself +2 at sneaking. Shauna, give yourself +1 because you have somebody teaching you.
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Whoops. Yay!
Right.
Okay. And as you're heading down the street, toe heel, walking very carefully and quietly, Shauna,
Yes.
you know what this feels like.
Oh, is it that unpleasant feeling again?
No, it's the other side.
Oh no. Okay. Yep.
It's
So I'm gonna whisper this to him. So when I was brought here, so I was picked up by the creepy angel side thing that grabbed you, the white
Mhm.
side. That's where they grabbed me, right?
Right.
They're creepy. It's super creepy. It was like everything was white. They were all white. They looked like alabaster. You know those creepy angel statues?
Shh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's what they looked like. And they were like
From Doctor Who,
we
like
are
weeping
yeah,
angels.
yeah, except for more like alabaster, more white. But
Well, this
yeah,
definitely explains the laughing.
yeah. Well, because
Positive
they like
emotions for them to feed off of.
exactly, but positive emotions against your will is still not okay.
It's not natural. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we're just supposed to get information, so
Yeah, but we gotta let's we'll see how this goes. Hopefully better than last time we got what we needed, but last time we got what we needed, but it wasn't how we intended it to be.
okay. Okay.
All right, let's go.
and as you're
Yep.
moving down, roll me another perception check as you get closer to the laughter.
12. 16.
23.
Okay.
Can I do another stealth check?
Not yet.
Gosh
You
darn
get
it.
to a mouth of an alley. Once again, an alley lined with warehouses. You're going, wow, there's a lot of these here in San Francisco, and there actually are down in this section. and you see that there's people all kind of milling around one end, kind of around where the door to this and the warehouse at the very end of this dead end alley is open. And there's somebody on a little stage there, and he seems to be telling jokes, and the people are laughing at these jokes. And Shauna
Yeah.
and Chris, you see some things surrounding the stage and milling in with the people there. The people don't seem to be responding to him, like they can't see them, but you do.
What do they look like?
One, oh Shauna, it's so pretty. It's a unicorn,
Oh,
and it's so pretty. It looks so nice. And one hovering just over the top is Pegasus.
they're messing with me.
This is not Legend. This is not Clash of the Titans.
And
Feels more
one,
like
the one standing on the stage that seems to be telling the jokes, that one looks humanoid, but kind of like an angel.
mm,
Feathery wings, little halo and all. But then it shifts a little bit and it seems to look like a man in a suit.
mm, interesting. Okay. These
You
this
can't
feels
quite
more
hear
like
yeah,
what they're saying.
you can't quite hear what they're saying. It's a little too far away.
This
That's
feels more
probably
like
good.
cabin in the woods unicorns to me.
Oh. Oh. Okay, but we're not allowed to fight. We just have to let this happen?
Well, it's not that we're not allowed to fight, it's that they prefer that we don't, because right now this is just recon. We're just getting information and we're kind of wimpy, or at least I am. I don't know about you yet, but I'm super wimpy.
I mean, this is my first time here, so I imagine you're probably not as wimpy as me.
I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, let's not talk about that right now. Um, so there's,
Wait,
I wonder if we can capture the angel and get information from it that way.
how are we going to capture one? Won't the others realize?
Well, I don't know if the unicorns didn't seem like they were from that realm. They're just taking advantage of what's happening, I guess. I don't know though. I mean,
They are definitely very white.
oh,
Okay,
so
wait.
that realm's taking advantage of the mythos. What?
What about this? Look around, see if you can see a fire alarm.
Okay,
I'll look
I'm
too.
going to do that. Do I see a fire alarm?
Roll me a perception check.
Boom. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Well, that's good because I got an 8.
You realize that the fire alarms would all be inside the buildings, but you catch it just a little. There's a door ajar into one of the warehouses that's near to you, and right inside the door you see a fire extinguisher and that nice little red thing that means that you could pull it and set off a fire alarm.
Okay. What do the people who are in the audience, what do their faces look like? Are like, they're laughing, but do
Yeah.
they look like, are their eyes still as alert as normal? Because you said their laughter was more like they weren't wanting to laugh, they were being forced to laugh.
Right. You can't see their faces because they're looking away from you or you're behind them
Okay,
because it's
okay,
at the end of the alley.
okay,
But they seem to be acting pretty naturally. Um,
okay,
but like they're laughing at jokes that this person's telling or something.
okay,
But the laughter is they don't. Nobody's like moving away. Nobody's fidgeting. Nobody's going over to look at the side. They're all just kind of transfixed a little bit.
okay, okay. I wonder if there's a way we can make like a distraction that's well, the fire alarm could work as a distraction, right?
Now this fire alarm, is it part of the same warehouse or no?
No, it doesn't seem to be. No, it's the one that's up closer to you at the end of the alley.
Yeah.
It
They're
Well,
at
and
needs
the
then
to be
opposite
that
also
end
one.
of the alley.
It's
and
got to be
also if
this one.
these guys sorry, what?
It's got to be this one.
Yeah. Well, and then I also am wondering because they have to be coming from a portal, and generally speaking, they need to be nearby that portal. So there has to be a portal around here. Maybe we need to find that too.
Okay.
Not necessarily a portal, but like where the veil is thin, which I'm guessing is what the portals are. I don't know. Okay. So should we? Do you want to go? Let's. Do you want to go pull the fire alarm?
I mean, I guess it's close. It might distract them a little bit.
I'm worried about. I don't want if you pull the fire alarm, and they wouldn't. Would they turn and look at you? I don't want you to be in danger.
No, it's a different building.
Okay, that's true.
But
I didn't see it, so
you should be in a better vantage point so you can see what they do.
okay. Well, there's a flying Pegasus, so if we fly, that could be dangerous because it'd still be there. Okay. Should we just go together for now, and then if we come across something, split up?
Okay.
Let's do that. Okay, let's do that as quietly as possible. I'll actually try to be quieter this time.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
We sneak over to that fire alarm in the other building and pull it.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check. So are you sneaking or are you just walking like you belong there?
Um,
I don't think that will work because I think they
Sneaking.
can tell what we are.
Yeah, we're gonna sneak.
Okay, roll me a
Yeah.
stealth check.
16 on the die. So
Nice.
that's plus 5, 21.
21. Yeah, this time, that whole like being transferred and all of a sudden you've got wings, your body is different. That kind of screwed you up the first time, but you're getting used to it. You're getting used to this new you. And yeah, you're stealthy this time. How about you, Shauna?
I got a 24, so I'm also stealthy this time. You
You
taught me
are.
well.
But also you're like going, yeah, it's just like all of a sudden she's just like, I got this. And she just like,
When I
and you
need
both
to.
make it into that doorway and you can hear, hey, Joe, can you bring the forklift over here? In the distance in there. But right here by the doorway, there is nobody. You could pull the alarm.
All right, after I do this, where are we gonna go? We have to know that ahead of time.
I don't think we should stay in the building because we might get stuck in here. And we
Agreed.
need to see where the angels go. So maybe just we'll run out together and try and find another hiding spot outside. Actually, hold on. Before you pull it, I'm going to peek out the door and see if I can see a place where that we could jet to after we pull it.
There's a few options. There is the ever-present dumpster that's out there for one of the warehouses. There are a couple of cars parked a little further along, and then of course there's the crowd itself. You could dive into the crowd.
Do we want to try diving in with the crowd? I don't think it will work very well, but
I
it
don't.
might help a little. Let's do the garbage can.
Yeah, I think the
dumpster.
dumpster's our best bet because
Let's do that.
they'll pick up on us.
Yeah,
They'll know.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to tell.
Yeah, that seems like a dumb move, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so that dumpster right there. And I'm pointing at it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep looking out the door so I can have my eye on them. So if once he pulls it, I can see what they do.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
The alarm starts going off. All of a sudden you hear shouting from the people inside the warehouse where you guys are. You dive out the door and you run for the dumpster. Roll me. Are you trying to be stealthy or just trying to be fast?
trying to be fast at this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
So
hoping
you
that
just do.
the
You
noise
just
will.
you run over. What you see is that the people, all there listening, don't react to the alarm. They're still, yeah. Oh, it's so funny. The angel, who now looks like a man in a suit for a moment, you have a feeling that's what he looks like to the people. He looks up and does a little gesture, and the unicorn and another unicorn and the Pegasus all come your direction
Okay,
towards the sound.
we are hiding behind the dumpster now, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Roll me a hide check, which would be
Oh,
stealth.
yeah.
Remember your bonuses.
Yep.
Oh, rolled a 17,
Nice.
so 22.
I'm a 20. Thankfully. Thankfully.
Okay, I rolled for them to spot on one of them a 19
Ugh.
and on one a 7 and on one a 17. Okay, so as they come charging down towards you, um, the Pegasus doesn't seem to notice you, and he instantly flies over that and starts hovering over the doorway. He lands on the roof of the warehouse where the alarm is going off. One of the unicorns just charges blithely right into the doorway, like it's assuming that the people can't see it. One of the unicorns, though, stops just on the other side of this dumpster and starts walking very slowly, clop, 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 and looking, and you can hear that hoarse snort of a horse that's like, it's like sniffing and listening. And it's right on the other side of the dumpster. What do you do? Just wait?
I wait, but I've got one of my dice out and I am ready to throw it as far away as I can to make a noise somewhere else.
Okay. The unicorn walks past the dumpster and he stops. Clop, clop. And you hear a scrape like a horn as it comes around the dumpster. It's going to
Can
see
we
you any second now.
slowly sneak? Okay.
Okay, you throw it. Roll me a. Where are you throwing it exactly?
I'm trying to, I assume if its horn is scraping along the side of the dumpster,
Its head is
that
down.
its head is down. So I try and throw it up and out
Okay.
so that
Roll me your to hit.
to hit. Okay.
Mhm. See if it goes where you want it to go.
It is, what is that? That's a 12. Okay.
Okay.
So with my dex, it's 15.
Okay. It goes up and out and kind of down the alleyway back to where you came into the alleyway from. It hits that warehouse and it explodes. And of course, whatever the angel down there is doing is clearly interrupted as he stops, and there's a long pause. The first thing you hear is the scream of the unicorns heading towards that, and the sound of the Pegasus, who doesn't leave where the alarm is. So it's right above you. And there's a delay. And a delay while everything's running down there, but it's quiet. Even though there's burning and there's explosion, there's debris falling from this now ruined warehouse wall and stuff. And then suddenly there's screaming as the people at the end, this whatever spell had them held is broken. and they begin to see that there's an explosion and fire down the thing, and they're screaming, and and people begin running past you. Some of them hit the dumpster, and it's like pushes into you against the wall a little bit and stuff.
Oh,
What do you do?
mm, go, 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 go.
And we take advantage of the chaos and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you run.
And we
Where are you
start
going
screaming.
exactly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah! Ah!
Oh God,
Okay, where do you go exactly?
it's the apocalypse.
Um,
I'm running in circle, like.
I'm just gonna go to a place where we can get out of here.
Yeah, out of
Okay, so are you
the.
going towards where the stage is or away from the stage?
Away from there.
Okay, so back towards where you came in and where the explosion is.
Where are the people running?
They are running different ways. Some of them are running into the various warehouses. Some of them are running into the warehouse past the stage. And some of them
Okay.
are running, and a number of them are running down to the mouth of the alley where the explosion is to get out.
Where's the angel going?
The angel is just standing there,
Okay.
like he's watching. Maybe he's casting a spell, you're not sure.
I wish we had like silent. Okay. Okay. I'm going to, if there's anybody running, do I get any feeling, or does the warehouse behind the stage where the angel is, does that feel like that could be where the portal is
Um,
by
well, I
chance?
mean, that's where the stage is set up and everything, and there's probably more things inside. You're not really close enough to see unless you get right up there.
Okay.
Because it's just, warehouse rolling door.
Okay. I'm going to run screaming with the group, with some people who are running in that direction, but I'm going to try and keep some of them in between me and the angel
Okay.
and be like, ah, try not to get anybody's attention. Just
Okay.
we have our mission. I'm trying to fulfill
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna die.
I am gonna try and run to another hiding space.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Choose. You have the alleyway. You have the dumpster back here, the mouth of the alley back here, the stage up here. A couple of cars along the side parked in this wide alley.
I'll try a car.
Okay.
Awesome.
The one closest to the stage or furthest away?
Closest to the stage.
Okay. You dive by. It's a Subaru. Little
Okay.
hatchback. Roll me your stealth check or your hide check.
Okay. These have been
Shauna?
rolling really well so
Yeah.
far.
You roll me a deception check.
Okay.
14. These are hard to read. A little hard to
Uh-huh.
read. 14, so 17, 18, 19.
Nice. I got a 20 for my deception.
Okay. So both of you do manage to make it. Shauna, you make it you go running with them into the warehouse, and you pass the doorway, and suddenly you're inside the warehouse with a few
Okay.
people running, kind of screaming. But what you see is as they get probably 30 feet into the warehouse,
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Chris, where you're at, you get closer and you dive behind the car and you're watching, and you're probably now about 25 feet away from the figure on the little stage, the little platform. He has a microphone. Maybe he's pretending to be a comedian because they were laughing. Who knows? And it's interesting because as he moves, he looks like a guy in a suit. But as he moves, it's like that blurs. Like you can see little hints of what he really is. And it's a full angelic thing. The feathery wings. Not as big and grand as you would have thought. The kind of the little shiny halo. The white. His skin is white. His hair is white. Everything's kind of alabaster. Except for the eyes. The eyes are black. Shauna, were you with me in Ireland when we saw that Were
Yep,
you the one with
that
me?
was me.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, to give an example, when we were in Ireland, um, second to last time or one of these times, we were just driving around. It's night. We're trying to find our way to a bed and breakfast. We're kind of lost. We come across this church with this graveyard, just kind of in the middle of nowhere. So we stop because we're curious and we're there, we're exploring. We go into the graveyard and it's an old graveyard. And there's only one place in the whole place that's lit up. And it's this life-size set of statues of Christ, um, with the holding his hands out, and Mary and angels around him, and people holding his robes and stuff like that, and he's got his arms out, and the statues are all in this beautiful, clean, pure white stone. There's not even any color. It's like porcelain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life size. And all of the figures, their eyes are just jet black, the whole eyeball.
Hmm.
Whose
And some
idea?
of
And
them,
it's
Oh
lit up.
no.
It's the only thing that's lit up at
yeah,
night at this little Catholic church. And we're just sitting there going, this is the creepiest thing we have ever seen in our life. Whose idea was this?
yeah, it was horrifying.
But
It was
that's
horrifying.
but it's like supposed to be this beautiful, sweet thing. Um, and so and we don't know where we were, so we don't know if we'll ever find it again. So if anybody knows where that is, please message me and let me know.
I'm
That's
pretty
Um,
sure
just
it's
awful.
near. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, anyway, but so that's what he looks like. It's like beautiful and white and angelic with these jet black eyes.
Yeah, horrifying.
And so it's
Can
so it's both beautiful and horrifying.
so I'm right by the door,
Hmm.
real quick, still, because I just ran in the building and I got that feeling. Um, if I look behind me, is the angel guy? He's not facing me.
He is not. He is facing out towards the alley like he's trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, can I see Chris?
Roll me a perception check because he's hiding.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to see you, but I'm looking for you
Probably not.
specifically. Okay, 17 plus 6 is 23, I think.
Really?
23.
You see me.
Do
Yeah.
I
I?
got a,
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I had a
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, because he's ducked down behind the car, but you can kind of see his feet from your
Just
vantage, whereas the angel's up on the stage, so he can't. But you're down, and you're like, there's a shadow. Oh,
okay.
those are feet. That's probably Chris.
Okay. Damn it, but I can't see his face, so I can't like wave at him to let him know this is what we're looking for. Okay, that's fine. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna try. Is there right outside the door? Is there a place where I could hide? That's right in that area.
Not really, no.
Poop.
There's the stage, but the guy's on the stage,
Can I go under
and
the
people are
stage?
running. Um, you could, but it's a tight fit.
I might maybe fucked. But I got the information.
The
Okay.
people have all run past you now, and you're standing there alone.
Okay. Nobody's looking at me. I'm just gonna run it inside the door and see if there's any place right inside that I can hide.
Okay, well, you had already gone inside, which is how you saw
Yeah, I'll
them.
just stay inside the door. I mean,
Right. So just inside, you could duck right inside the door there. There is, I mean, it's not hiding place. In fact, you know what? Let me show you the map
oh,
of
thank
where
you.
you
A map.
are. Yes.
A map.
All
A map.
right.
A map.
Map. I'm the map. I'm the map. Oh.
There we go.
Aha.
Aha.
Can you see where we're at here?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, this is the doorway. The
Okay.
stage is just right out here. The
Okay.
alleyway's here. You've just come inside. The people have run here. As soon as they passed this little entryway, that's when they started going, "Oh, it's okay. We're all happy.
Everything's
It's
fine and
nice.
dandy
It's
and
all
happy and no
fine."
one.
Yeah,
Great.
but you'll notice there's a little exit off right here.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay.
And
Okay.
where Chris is he's right out here in a car that's just past the stage or behind a car.
Hmm.
Stage right here, the diva's right here. You're not sure what's in here around the corners till you get all the way to the end here.
Okay.
Okay?
Um, well, I'm going to, because the door is not closed. I'm not going to close it all the way. I'm going to keep it open a little bit, just hoping that Chris will follow me.
Which door?
The door that I came in.
The big rolling warehouse door.
Oh, it's wide open then.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go to the side wall and try and avoid being seen by the angel.
Okay. All right. Roll me a hide check or stealth check.
Oh my gosh. 17.
Okay. That's pretty decent. That's
Toe
pretty
heel.
decent
Toe
for
heel.
yep.
Right. Toe
So
heel,
you
toe heel.
manage he's not turned to look at you.
Yes.
So you're not sure if he's aware that you're there or not.
Okay.
But he's not engaged you. So uh you could be hiding. Excuse me. So now we have Chris outside by a car. Chris, what are you going to do?
I'm trying to watch what this angel guy in the suit is doing.
He's looking, he's muttering words to himself. Now, in a D&D world, you'd say that was probably a spell he was casting, or maybe talking through some sort of like a microphone, but you can't see anything that looks like an earbud or anything like that. But he does mutter some words, and then he starts scanning. What would you say, each of you, your alignment is?
I don't know.
I myself am neutral good because I'm not really chaotic or lawful. I'm more about what's good. Some people are just neutral. Some people are chaotic good. Some people are chaotic evil. Hopefully none of my people.
I'm probably chaotic good.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yep.
But
I don't like structure,
Yeah,
both good.
but good.
but good.
Okay. Yeah, you see his eyes scanning everybody. He takes a moment to look at everybody around there, including you guys.
Oh, because he can see us?
This doesn't seem like see.
Oh,
It's
feeling.
like he's feeling something,
Got it.
but he doesn't seem to focus on you differently from the other people.
Okay.
Instead, he seems to kind of focus on a figure down his eyes focus on somebody that's running down the alleyway. So whatever he's doing, he can't seem to sense you as separate from the other humans.
That's good.
Okay, that is good. I see him staring down towards the end of the alley. I'm hoping he goes to investigate. I'm waiting for that.
This would be, I don't know if you can see it, it's a 1.
Oh.
Nice. Or maybe not nice.
He shouldn't. He knows he shouldn't, but he's curious and he's on this new plane. And he does indeed go to investigate. He makes a little whistle sound, and Shauna,
Hmm.
another unicorn from inside bolts after him, right past you.
I'm going to pretend like I didn't see it.
Okay.
But where did it just came from the doors that the other people went through?
Went through.
Okay.
Right. It comes back around and it's clear it's going with it, and they leave the stage to go down to the end of the alleyway. Fast. He picks up and he flies. Just which is weird because mostly what you're seeing him is like a man in a suit. So all of a sudden this man in the suit is flying down the alleyway.
And that's the moment that I run inside
Okay.
and look for
You'll
Tempest.
see me right there.
Tempest.
Okay, you get inside the doorway. All of a sudden, it seems much warmer actually in here. A little. No, it's not. It's actually colder. You would hope it would be warmer now that you've gotten inside, but no, it's actually colder than it is outside.
Yeah.
And you look over and you see pressed up against the wall on the one side, behind the door, there's Shauna.
Hi.
Hey.
So this is where they're coming from. If we go
Where
too far,
here?
like down that way. If we go that way, every person who's run that way goes into that kind of fugue state. Right, doggy? Yeah, so let's not go down that door. Let's go out the other door.
Right. Yeah. We've got enough information for what they want.
I think we should try to get a little more. Hey, Joey, are you still here?
No sound.
He was with us the whole time last time, but he didn't say anything when I talked to him when it was dangerous. So he's might still be here, and then he might be able to get us out. But just a little, let's get just a little more information.
Okay. So far, we've got 3 unicorns, a Pegasus, and an angel.
Yeah, which my guess is that it's not just that. My guess is that there's like an opening in there, and there's a whole bunch more, and it needs to be closed. We don't need to close it, I don't think. I don't know how to close it. Okay. Anyway.
I start scanning with my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's kind of an old hunter's trick. I just kind of don't move my head, only moving my eyes.
Nice.
Okay, where you guys are, you're both behind this doorway right here. This is the door you just came in, Chris.
Okay.
This is the opening that she was gesturing as. She's talking about the people going through and then going into a fugue state. This is the door she says, I think we should go through this door.
Okay. So we'll go through there.
Okay.
And then I'll start that scanning.
Okay. As you guys cross this doorway, both of you roll me
Sneaky like.
a charisma save.
Charisma.
All right. I got a 17.
That's good because that's the DC
Oh my
on
god.
this save.
I rolled a 17 on the die.
Well,
Nice.
you lucky bum.
Okay, you go
So
through the
that's
doorway
20.
and all of a sudden you just feel a little more cheerful. Like, yeah, this is all going to be okay. But then it just kind of fades away a little bit, but just a little more cheerful through this whole thing, but not like it's being forced on you. Like it's just the way this place is. You know how when you walk into a room where people have had an argument, you feel bad? And you walk into a place where people have just been laughing and joking and all of a sudden the energy feels different? It's like that. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Okay.
So you wander and search and you dream and you talk. Look for the key that might someday unlock all the answers you need while there's time.